One of the things I truly love about watches is their amazing ability to capture and define different eras and quite simply transport you to another time and place. Today I'm rocking my iconic DW290. You may recognize this one as the one Tom Cruise wore in Mission Impossible in '96. A snap of the finger, we're 1985, where we have Back to the Future, Marty McFly wearing the calculator watch. The one I have here is the Ca53W. Fun fact, this one is in Back to the Future 2 and is a stand-in for the original one, which was the Ca50, where they reshot some of the flashback scenes that took place in the first film. So how can I transport to the 1970s without breaking the bank? Well, I found a very cool watch on Amazon that's hopefully going to scratch the 70s itch. And don't you just love it when Amazon puts their sticker right on top of the manufacturer's label? Not grabbing our Spyderco Persistence, see if we can bypass this Amazon sticker. Spoiler alert, this is not another Casio, this is an Armitron. And it's a great looking box, can't wait to open it up. Let's get started. Before we get to our unboxing, let's give another shout out to our co-star here. My DW290 series watch. This thing is so awesome. Just got to get another look at this thing. It's so comfortable, lightweight, unique looking, and it can be found all day long for under $50. Probably one of the best watches you can buy right now on Amazon, and so highly rated and so well adored, and rightly so. I better click off of this before I order another one. Casio fanboy. Alright, so what brought us to this Armitron? Well, it's a long story, and it starts out on the Hamilton website where I ran into the reissue, if you will, of a PSR digital quartz as part of their American Classic series. MSRP $750 to $775. Pretty expensive watch, but an amazing nostalgic piece that was featured in 1973 Live and Let Die, Roger Moore sporting this incredible iconic watch. I did find an Amazon link where you can get it in the $500 range, but still pretty expensive and not in the budget currently. Let's get our Armitron open, and this is the Griffy. And is this enough of that 70s vibe LED digital watch goodness that can actually transport us back to the 1970s? Armitron has been around since 1975, and they actually made watches in this genre, so it's not a stretch for them, and this is sort of a reissue for them, getting back to that era. Definitely a classic series for Armitron. Full disclosure, I did buy this watch with my own money, so I will be giving you my honest opinion on this. I will put affiliate links to all of the watches we featured on the video today, so if you're interested, please check those out. Without further ado, let's get a closer look at this Griffy. And it looks like we have an always on display. Just kidding. There's a little protective film there that's got a little faux readout, and we pull that off, exposing our raised acrylic glass there. Other key specs, we have stainless steel case. It's 37 by 34 millimeter, 9 millimeters thick, lug width 18 millimeters. This is a quartz digital watch. LED red is the color. Water resistant to 50 meters, 165 feet. Are you kidding me? That's pretty impressive. First impressions are this watch looks amazing. I love the brushed stainless steel, and I do wish we had mineral glass. It is a raised beveled edge on that acrylic, but it is gorgeous so far. Obviously it's going to scratch, but you can always polish out scratches, and I don't know, it's giving me that 70s vibe. Nice little polished element there on the right and left of the case. Loving what I'm seeing so far. So let's turn this bracelet into a watch and hit that middle button on the time display here. You can see we've got the time displaying. It's going to hold up for about 5 seconds and then shuts back down. This puts this into sleep mode, and that's to protect your battery and preserve it with these bright LED bulbs. It is of course still keeping track of the time in the background, but only displays it on demand with those bright LED lights. Armitron says your battery should last an average of about 3 years depending on usage, but you can see we have time, date, and seconds, and you scroll back through, and that's pretty much the function of the watch. Taking a closer look at our dial there, you can see the Armitron call out, established 1975, is printed on the lens itself in the lower right corner. Overall, I like the branding there. It's not too distracting. It's pretty simple and clean, and it complements this wonderful stainless case. Again, loving that brush combination with the slight elements of polish. Less is more. It's a simple case design, but it's got a lot of subtle detail to it, giving it sort of a modern neo-classic, if you will, space age for the 70s vibe. All right, let's get a closer look at our stainless steel bracelet. This is a fold-over buckle. Pretty traditional bracelet here, and nothing surprising. I like the linked look. It does have an 18mm lug, so you're not going to be switching this bracelet out. Sort of a proprietary taper. Goes down to about 14mm where we have our classic conventional buckle system. No branding, no signature, just a brushed finish. We have relatively tool-free adjustment on board. No link removal necessary to size this bracelet. Back to timekeeping mode real quick. Let's go ahead and set the watch. You can hold down that B button for a few seconds. That puts us into set mode. You can toggle the 12 and 24-hour mode. 12-hour mode, of course, you'll have AM and PM settings. You can long press or hold the A button to power scroll through your selection to set the time. Pretty intuitive and straightforward there. No instruction manual necessary. Very simple timekeeping here. Definitely not going to be accused of being a smartwatch in this day and age, but back then, in the 70s, this technology was cutting edge, keeping accurate time without mechanical movement. It was magic, and it still is amazing to be today. Very intuitive, very easy to set this watch. You can hack the seconds, of course. You advance the B button, and then you can set your year, month, and date. So again, straightforward, simple stuff, but very cool. Real quick, I want to do a side-by-side with a GW5610 GShock, and this Armitron Griffy on paper is a much smaller watch, 34mm by 37mm dimensions, and it's punching way above its weight class, holding its own nicely with this side-by-side shot here. And look how much bigger the time and date display is with our Griffy. Arguably much more legible, at least when you're pushing the button down. All right, we've waited long enough. Let's go for the dismount here and take a look at the Caseback and get this thing on wrist and wrap this video up. So an all stainless steel watch, but still very lightweight. You're not going to be removing any links, we said. We're going to get 73 grams and about 2.5 ounces of weight here. So mild-mannered, nice, lightweight watch. We have that traditional clasp hook bar system. Nice, rugged, love that tactile feel. Very solid, easy to adjust, straightforward, 70s goodness here with this bracelet. Let's get a quick look at our case back, and we do have some etching in here, Armitron branded right in the middle there. Looks like laser etching, calling out the stainless steel and water resistant 165 feet. We do have a snap-on case back, so you got that 9mm case thickness, but it comes at a cost. If you want to change the battery, it's not a screw-on case back. You'll be popping that case back off and on. Other noteworthy elements, we have a stainless steel stamped into the sliding buckle as well. A lot of stainless steel here, folks. If it only had mineral crystal. Those are really my only two knocks. If it had a screw-on case back and had a mineral crystal, this thing would be epic. It's already awesome. Let's go ahead and get our bracelet size. We just unclasp the buckle and it slides freely, and you simply snap it back into place and it's not going anywhere. Nice and snug, easy to adjust. All right, we've waited long enough. Let's go ahead and get our DW290 off the wrist. Quick side-by-side shot here. And those are two unique, cool-looking watches. And heck, this may be a good two-watch collection right here. What do you think? Pretty unique. You got to say that. These are unique watches. Very nice. Great, no beta gear. It only took you 9 minutes to get this thing on wrist. I mean, it's such a simple watch. This should have been a quicker video, but it looks amazing. It feels great, comfortable. Very familiar with this style of bracelet. Have them on Casios, Timexes. A lot of your traditional digital watches use this adjustable clasp bracelet. Comfortable. And look at there. We've got our Armitron Griffy. This is a throwback to the 70s, folks. And does this scratch that itch? Yes, it does. And in a lot of ways, this looks more modern and space age than the original like the one that Roger Moore wore in Live and Let Die. Had he been wearing this watch, you would have been even more blown away by the huge display, legibility, and it looks just more advanced. Now, does this take away my urge and want for the Hamilton PSR reissue? No, it does not. I still want to get my hands on that watch one day. I want that sapphire crystal. I want that screw-on caseback. And the Hamilton brand, it's nostalgia. But this does check enough boxes to bring you back to the 70s and satisfy that urge to visit that genre and era of timekeeping. So I hope this was helpful, and I really appreciate you tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do your time traveling with your watches, and it's a great way to be. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.